was a difficulty? Maybe, a time you lost a job or didn't get something that you wanted. And what did you specifically do after that to improve your reality?
When you face any calamity, personal or professional, uh, I think the key is, again, accepting that something has happened. Uh, and from that, identifying what's the next step that you can do. So for example, if you, like in this current, we are hearing that unfortunately the unemployment rate has gone high. If someone has been impacted, God forbid, then it's really important to understand, obviously experience it, accept it. It's not that you will feel low on the mood elevator. You might feel depressed, which is the lowest one, and above that, angry or insecure. Accepting that, process that emotion, and then understand that now what can I do? What's the next step for me? Is this something that I need to learn a new skill? Or is this something that I have to inquire to understand in terms of any best practices that I can apply to connections, in professional development and growth. Networking is key. And I've learned from my mentors as well that yes, you apply for jobs and you submit your resumes, but I think key here is to focus on networking, because networking really helps. If you know someone and then they know you, obviously resume is something that is important and your professional skills are key. But then if you have 10 same people with the same skills and the manager has to make a choice, then recommendations and networking always helps, because at the end of the day, the employer wants to make sure that they find the right fit for which is for their culture and for their mission and vision. So I think I would focus on networking as well as a key strategy if you have gone through you've been laid off from a job, and then you have to do that. uh, uh, and then from there, then you see, the thing is that things will work out. I'm in my 40s now, and for me, I left home for the first time. I thought I cannot survive by myself. There's no way, because people were surprised that I was leaving for the first time, because they knew how much I was dependent on my family, my father and my mother. Uh, of them taking care of me and things like that. But then things happened, as I shared with you the story of that there was someone who saw me, I was crying, they gave me food, and my mother was like, he doesn't even know how to cook, how would he survive? And things happened, and then I networked with more people, and then one thing after another. I had good and bad experiences at the same time. Any experience is good because you learn something out of it. Professionally, I've gone through my fair share of changes as well. And you just have to when you're in your 20s, it's not as, but I got married in my late 20s, so I think I was married. So yeah, so I think in terms of having a family and then taking those risks and then seeing that, how would you uh, uh, like a fun fact is that I in for one of my jobs, because I was on a visa, I had 30 days to find a job, or else I had to leave the country. And But again, things will happen. You just have to. I think one thing that you mentioned, that and I would just emphasize on that and add one more thing as well, that efforts are in your control, results are not. But if you focus on your efforts, and you would see that how things will make sense. Life as a way of working around and getting results. It might not come to you the way you wanted at that time, but eventually things do work out. And as human beings, we are programmed that way, that irrespective of any calamity or anything, with time, things do get better. And so I think that's what I would share.